Alright, I am here with a long overdue tutorial for the ice castle scene. I think it was episode 6 of Mini Build Monday, which I haven't done for a long time. That's a whole other story. But I want to get this tutorial to you guys. Better late than never, right? So, let's look at the material list. I'm using light Matica to do that. We've got, I believe this is the newest one. So, we've got calcite, a lot of calcite, 15 stacks. You could use another block. I know calcite can be kind of hard to find, especially in large quantities. You could use regular diorite, snow, quartz. All be decent options. Anything white, somewhat smooth, would be fine. Packed ice. You're gonna need 12 stacks, a little less than 12 stacks. Can't switch it out for regular ice. No layers if you wanna do the detail around the bottom. No blocks, and so on. Okay, and the oak slabs might change if you, depending on how many floors you want. So you might need more, you might need less. Quick thing I forgot to mention is if the end rods you don't have access to, maybe you haven't gone to the end yet. Iron bars would look okay, and white stained glass would look okay. You could even do torches if you want the light. All right, let's get started on building this. The first thing you're gonna have to do is decide if you want snow. Like once you find your location, you want snow. You might not want to do all these snow layers, and I'm not going to go through each snow layer. Like I kind of just put them random in little piles and made the piles taller near the actual tower. So something like that. But I wouldn't worry about the specifics. Pretty random. I've got a little path here. It's made with diorite, gravel, and cobble. Diorite's kind of a good blend of the gray and the snow. Gravel and cobble makes a good path. And then, so we'll start right here with our front door. We've got two doors. These can be a little tricky to place. So if you watch, he wants to hug this log. If you take two blocks like this, before you put second block here, he'll put his hinges on the left side. And same thing for this one. That could be a little tough. And then I've got a stripped spruce log right here. So they're gonna be like that. Okay, so as you can see, I use top slabs, just saves on blocks. Yeah, so we got our front door here. Let's get started with our floor shape. It's actually even with the ground, as you can see. So we've got a 5 wide part, and then we're gonna go 4 diagonal. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then another 5 wide part, and then 4 diagonal, all the way around in kind of like an octagon circular shape. So here's an above view of this first layer. We're using stone, calcite, and packed ice. The packed ice, you can actually see it's it's like actually on the wood slabs. So just make note of that. That's 3 wide. Everything else is 1 wide. The towers have polished diorite stairs, all facing away from the center, and calcite corners. Okay, we got one tower here. We're going to make the other one. They're the same thing. We're going to go 8 blocks of calcite in each corner. That's including the block already there. And then you're going to put 5 packed ice in the center, but you don't actually need this packed ice, so that doesn't count. So 5 from above the stairs. Right above the ice, we're going to put an upside down stair on all sides. And then we're going to put a calcite right above the stair on all sides as well. Next, we're going to put these upside down stairs on each corner. So you should have 2 on each side. Calcite on top of those. Little 3 wide thing on each side. Boom, boom, boom. And then we're going to go up on each corner, leaving that center block open. Then you need a wall on each corner. And you need a white stained glass on each corner as well. Boom, boom, boom. And we're going to fill it in with some spruce blanks. Now we're going to make our front door. So we should have our doors in our center logs. We got to go up 6 total logs. So you already got 2, 4 more. And then this could be a little tricky to do. So we're going to come and put some junk blocks above it just to help us. And we're going to put trapdoors all the way down. Make sure they're open so that they look like this and that they're all flush with the doors. The next thing we got to do is add some buttons to the center. You don't actually need the top one. Now with our stone, we're going to come up and we're going to go right on up, make it equal, and we're going to put stairs upside down, pointing towards the center. Make sure there's no button there so we can put a slab with a slab on top. Now from either side of the slab, we're going to go up 6 stone. Boom, boom, boom. And then from 2 down, you need a 4. Okay, so make sure that's 2 down. All right, our next step, we got the calcite. Okay, so this is gonna be odd numbers going down. So 7, the first one, including that bottom one, 7. Then we got an upside down stair going towards the middle, and a top stair right there. Then we've got 5. And then same thing with the stairs. And 3. And we're gonna do that on the other side. Once we get to the top, we've got a calcite block up there. We've got stairs all facing that center block, just like so. We're going to put a calcite block, so we're going to have 4 total blocks. 2 diorite walls and 1 end rod. We're going to come to the back over here. We're going to put calcite like this. We've got stairs facing outwards. Then we're going to put another stair on each side alongside these calcite blocks and a calcite block above the middle of those 2 stairs. Make sure you have stone slabs or stone stairs facing away from the front. I forgot to mention that before. And we're going to carry these down 6 stone blocks right to the top of the trapdoor. Right at the bottom, we're going to put a stair facing the outside. We're going to put some torches for light in the front. I like to put them on the 3rd block from the bottom. And then our next step, we're going to take what we just made and we're going to put it on each side. The only thing different is instead of a door and torches, we're just going to have packed ice right where those 3 wide packed ice blocks are. So go ahead and do that and I'll meet you. All right, you're going to come on in here and you're going to put 5 calcite up from where those ones we had to start with and a stair facing our stone stairs. Okay, make sure you do that on each of those calcite blocks all around. And now we're going to work on our little frames. I've got 2 examples already made. So the way this works, we've got our 5 calcite. You actually already built some of the inside ones like that. We've got our same old with our double stairs upside down and 1 right side up. Then we're going to go 3 calcite blocks, a polished slab, and then 3 more calcite blocks. Make sure you got the stairs on the outside, diorite wall, and an end rod. Now we're going to connect this with another arch, so same exact thing. Just connecting the corners. We've got another slab like so. 3 up. Got our little top piece. We're going to put our stairs on the outside here. And our only tricky thing is this corner stair. I think it's best to pick either they all face the left and right sides of the build or they all face the front and the back side of the build. Just they're in the corner, so can't do much about it. Now we're going to come down into the arches we're building. We're going to make sure this ice block is 4 tall and the stone around it should be 5. So including the bottom one already there, 5 tall. You can arch it over. We're actually going to have another one. We're making like a little frame around that ice and same thing for this side. Boom. And then you can fill in these top gaps with a slab. And the part up here that's open, just make sure it's covered in stone. You're going to need 3 stone blocks each side. Boom, boom. All right, let's add some ice. So we're going to go 4 blocks from right there. Make sure it's as tall as your diorite walls. And then imagine this plus sign. We're going to kind of leave that open. So I'm just going to show you that real quick. We need to go all the way to the bottom because this can be visible from the outside. So go to that bottom stone, kind of do your corners, leaving that plus sign in the middle. Perfect. We can connect these. And we're going to go 2 more up from each of them. And we're going to make a nice little thing. You can use a junk block if you don't want to use the ice in the center of those. Perfect. And 3 on the top. 1 little light blue stained glass. And that's our spike. Do that on each side. Now down in each crevasse, we're going to put a stone stair right next to the diorite stair facing the same way. Then we're going to actually put a stone up from the corner of those two stones, and it's going to be 6 tall. Okay, 6 stone blocks. Then we're going to have a calcite little tower. Same idea. Oop, I missed. 6 tall as well. Now we're going to come in here and we're going to put stairs facing the outside of the building. So that's a little confusing. Whatever way the side you're working on is facing, see how that's like on the left of the ice pillar, so it's facing that way. The stairs are going to face the same way. Right here between the stairs, we're going to go up 7 in each spot, just like so. Boom. That one can be a little bit lower. You don't need the bottom 2, so that one's only 5. And then 7 on both of these again. So go all the way around doing that. Make sure you get your calcite up there too. We can punch out these 2 pieces of ice, leaving 1 before the bottom right there next to the calcite, and we're going to put blue stained glass in there. All right, next add 5 stone brick walls right behind the icicle, just like I have, and you're going to put calcite on top. And you're going to kind of outline this. The only tricky part is right next to the stone wall. So it's 1 on top of the stone wall, 2, 1, 3 in the front, and then 1, and then 2, and 1 on top of the stone wall. So here's what we're looking at right now. We're getting pretty far up there. You should have this similar shape to me. Make sure you're doing all the sides. We're going to go up with 2 in this U shape. Okay, 2 ice. And then skipping the corners, we leave those. We're going to go up 3. So now we're going to go calcite right behind these, same height of 5. We're going to make another pillar right here in the corner, and we're going to put andesite walls between them. So they should be 5 tall. You can actually get rid of those there on the bottom. That ice should be calcite. Sorry about that. And underneath the andesite wall should be calcite. So let me show you this one more time, just so there's no confusion. So you're going to have to replace that, make it calcite. Then you're going to make 5 tall pillars on either side. 1 should be touching the ice. Yep. 5 andesite. Perfect. Make sure there's a calcite below the andesite. In the original build, I actually had stone back here like this instead of the andesite. So if you want to do that, this new version has a lot more room on the inside, and it looks pretty similar from the outside. On these corners here, so you should have some calcite like this. You're going to have 5 stone brick walls as such, and then you're going to use light blue panes, 5 tall on each side, just to give it a little more pizzazz. So now we're going to make another calcite ring on top of these blocks. It's going to be the exact same shape as the one below it, so just use that as a guideline. You should end up with a shape that looks like this, and you can kind of cover them with this square right along the andesite walls, and once you're done, you kind of punch out the middle ones. You don't need. Alright, you can come over here, fill this in with ice. You can make these 2 tall, just like that. Perfect. Alright, so I went ahead and I put these little andesite and calcite things on top. You're going to do the same thing. Let's build one together. So there's only 1 block of calcite between them, and the andesite is 5 tall. So we're going to go up just like this. So it's 6 for the calcite tall and 5 for the andesite. Alright, to finish this icicle, you're going to need some kind of junk block, and then you're just going to put 3 just like that on each side. Okay, on top of this ice, you can place a calcite. You can place 1 in front of it. We're going to put 4 like this. 4, 1, 4. 4, 1, 4. Get that shape. On the corners right here, we're going to make a little L shape. So with 5 blocks, making a little L. We're going to go up 5. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that. Facing the same way as the side it's on. Stairs. I'm going to skip 1 block, go up. I'm going to put 2 calcite blocks going towards the middle. A diorite slab on the corners. Okay, so do that in every corner. From the 1 calcite jutting out, we're going to put upside down stairs like such. Put 1 on top of it, Another upside down stair here and here. Okay, just like we're doing over there. Then we go up 4 calcite, back to our old classic. We'll double stair. We go up 3. Okay. This, boom. Boom. And we need a top slab right here. Got 2 stairs going up, and I believe this is 3 again. 3. Yep. 2 diorite and an end rod. Do that on all the sides. And then we can also do this. So we're going to make a little ring of stone that's 5 tall. 5 tall and 3 blue glass in the middle. And you can just fill in this gap with stone. From the stone here, we're going to take the top 2 ones and we're going to go for a total of 4. So we're adding 3 more. So 1, 2, 3. Boom, boom. Do this on all the sides. Bring it nice and close. 1 too many on that. And you should get this. If you put too tall on the diagonals like I'm doing, you should get a nice little center shape. Okay. And then we're actually going to take there like this, the polished diorite, and we're going to run it right along the bottom of these, all the sides, kind of outline it. Boom. You can do this part, stair, another stair like that, with 2 slabs in between. For the center, we're going to place calcite, calcite, calcite. We're going to go slab, slab, slab. Then we're going to go calcite here. There's all with their backs towards the middle. Need some kind of junk block. And you're going to need to go up 3, I believe, or is it 2? It's just 2. 2 walls. And an end rod. Alright, so the last thing we got to do is the icicle. So we're going to make a plus shape like this. And including this block, we're going up 6. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You don't need the middle one. Unless you use the ice, but touch your ice or some junk block, and then we're gonna go up 5. Boom. And then the last thing we need is these guys. We're gonna put 3 light stained glass on the top, and then on top of these 2. You're gonna do that on all 4 corners, and then you are done. All right, look at that. Sorry again that this tutorial took so long, but let me know if you want to see more builds or more tutorials in the future. Peace. Have a good one.